That is a window. This is a window board. And I'm going to show you how to cut and fit one of these. I'm Start Skills with Scott. Let's get to it. So first we want to do, before we start cutting window boards, is you've got to know what size they've got to be cut to. So for this we want to measure in between the furthest point sticking out. So this would be these window formers here and here. So we're going to go for this one. We're going to go slightly just undersized. So this is measuring about 12.45. So we're going to make that about 12.40. And then we want to measure the depth of our window board. Now we're going to measure from the face of the blockwork here to the face of the channel. And you want to take an average, so 155, and this side's about 155 as well. So we'll make that 155. So jot that down on a scrap of wood, and then we'll go around, measure everything, and then cut them. Okay, so let's mark out our first window board. So our first window board opening size we've got is 12.40. So I'm going to measure out 12.40 on the underside of the window board, put a mark, and then we're going to measure from the edge of the window board to our mark. So that is 110. So we want half of that, which is 55. That's going to be the edge, inside edge of our horn. So we do 55. And then the depth of our window board, as you can see on our list, is 155. Now we measured off the front of the groove, so this part here on the back is going to go into the groove, so we want to measure off this shoulder here. So we're going to put our tape to 155, just run the pencil along like so, and that gives us the area we're going to cut out. And we're going to cut these bits out. You can see I have overcut these. This won't be seen because this is the bottom. We flip the board over. We have the tiniest little cutout, and really you've got about 25mm wiggle room on both sides because you've got dot and dab, which is 12mm, and then you've also then got 12mm plasterboard. So you've almost got 25mm extra from both edges. Let's cut the other end. Now that we've cut our horns, we want to just chamfer this back edge off. The gaps on these window boards is pretty tight for the channel that it goes into, so you need to put a bit of chamfer on these. Like so. Then for your brackets, I usually set these about 100mm to 125mm in from the end. Now you want this back side of the bracket to be in line with the front side of your line, because if it's sitting here, this is going to be sat into the blockwork. So just set it forwards a little bit. Wind that in there. On a window board this side, I'll typically do 3. As a general rule, but in most things, you don't want the window board straps to be over 600 centres between them. Now, if you're working in a plot with lots of window boards, which this 3-storey house I'm in, there is quite a few window boards. There's about 8 or 9. You want to be efficient with this. So what I like to do is stack up all the window boards that are the same size, and then try and mark all of them out at the same time and do all the cutting and all of my work in one area, just to eliminate mess and also to maximise efficiency. So I'm going to make another 2 more window boards exactly the same size that I've just done. So I know the horns were 55, so I can mark both of these at 55. And then because we know our cut was 155, I can also put my square here, so we're looking at an 80mm scribe line. So I can go 80mm, 55, I've got my 55 there, so I can then do another 80 here. That then gives me my horn to be cut out on that end. Same here, I'm going to do 80, 55. And then also the cutting, if I stagger them, I can then cut both of them not at the same time, but cut one, slide it across, slide the second one, which I'll show you now. When you're putting your window board in, you want to put a little bit of an angle on it. This is why we've cut the window board slightly undersized, so that you can put a bit of an angle and get one side in tight, and then you just give it a bit of a wiggle, and this locates it on the channel that's screwed to the back. Now it's very handy to have a wedge. You can pop that just under, and it stops the window board falling forwards. Now you put your torpedo level on there, get it somewhere near level, which is good. And now we want to look at the gaps on the side. So the gaps on the side, we're looking for an even margin on both sides. So this side, as you can see, up of the window former is slightly bigger than this side. So you can just move it over a little bit. And then to make sure that the window board is tight back into the groove, I like to use the butt of the hammer. This stops bruising the face of the window board if you use. With the window board level and centered, I like to just put one screw straight into the block into each strap. This is just to hold it, and then we can go through pre-drilling it for our plugs and our screws. So I'm just going to put one screw in the bottom of each of these. Now this is just to hold it in place, as I said. We're still level. And then with a small masonry bit, so I like to use a 5.5mm bit. These ones that go in the impact drivers are really good because these are only soft blocks, so you don't need your big heavy hammer drill. And even a combi drill on hammer mode will do this just as well. So we're going for 3 fixings, not including the one that we just put in there. Right. And then we'll put our plugs in. 1, 2, 3. And then we're using 70mm 10s or M5s. And now I'll do the same process for that one strap on the other 2. That's our window board installed. The last step is to then put some fire foam underneath it. Right, that's the window board all fitted and fire foamed up. Now our final step is to then protect it. This is down to us as the installer to put protection on the window boards. If you're really lucky, the site labourers may do it, but in most cases it's down to us. This is kind of boring to watch, so I'll show you a video of one that I've already done. Well, that was my method of cutting and fitting window boards for new build houses. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope you've learned a thing or two as well. I've got to go and cut like 20 more of these now. So while I'm doing that, you should watch some of my other videos and enjoy those. I'm the Site Skills of Scott. See you again soon.